Health Boss, welcome to another edition of Reading Aloud for Adults. And today I wanted to share an excerpt, an intro to the Walhs protocol written by Dr. Terry Walhs. I used to run marathons and climb mountains in Nepal. I've competed multiple times in the American Birkebeiner 54-kilometer cross-country ski marathon, once while pregnant. Earned a black belt in Taekwondo and won a bronze medal in women's full contact free sparring at the trials for the 1978 Pan American Games in Washington, D.C. I used to feel invincible. Then I developed multiple sclerosis. After decades of troubling symptoms I tried to ignore, I was finally diagnosed in 2000. By that time, the disease had got good footing in my central nervous system. My health decline progressed rapidly. Within 2 years of my diagnosis, I could no longer play soccer with my kids in the backyard. By fall 2002, walking from room to room for my hospital rounds exhausted me. And by summer 2003, my back and stomach muscles had weakened so much that I needed a tilt-recline wheelchair. Within 3 years of initial diagnosis, my disease had transitioned from relapsing, remitting multiple sclerosis into secondary progressive multiple sclerosis. In that phase, disability slowly progresses despite increasingly aggressive therapy. By 2007, I had spent most of my time lying in zero-gravity chair. I was 52 years old. Everyone with multiple sclerosis has a story. The years of clues and strange symptoms that finally, in retrospect, make sense. Those without autoimmune diseases, as well as other chronic neurological, medical, and mental health issues, have their stories as well. It is the nature of most chronic diseases and health conditions that symptoms accumulate slowly, bit by bit, over the course of decades. Long before there can be a diagnosis based on discernible damage to the organs and systems of the body, the disease is progressing. This is what happened to me. As a doctor, I was compelled to find answers, a diagnosis, a cure. As a patient, I was compelled to save my own life. Like most physicians, I'd always been focused on quickly diagnosing my patients, then using drugs and surgical procedures to treat them. That is, until I became a patient myself. This turned my whole understanding of healthcare on its head. Conventional medicine was failing me. I saw that. I was heading towards a bedridden life. But I wasn't willing to give in or give up. Since the first doctor ever treated the first patient, physicians have used self-experimentation either to prove a scientific point or to treat themselves when the conventional treatments of the day were not enough. In that tradition, and in the face of this chronic progressive disease for which I knew there was no cure, I began to experiment on myself. What I didn't expect were the stunning results I got from my self-experimentation. I did much more than arrest my disease. I achieved dramatic restoration of my health and function. What I learned changed forever how I saw the battling worlds of health and disease. It changed me as a doctor, and it saved me as a patient. More than 100 years ago, Thomas Edison said, "The doctor of the future will give no medicine, but will interest his or her patients in the care of the human frame, in a proper diet, and in the cause and prevention of disease." This became my new course, my passion, my mission. I understood health and disease in an entirely new way. I became a new person, both physically and emotionally, both personally and professionally. I also became passionately committed to helping other people become new people too. Pretty cool. Dr. Terry Walhs, Health Boss.